stop over-exaggerating. And I will explain what I mean by that in a second. But first, there has been some massive drama in the game dev community and even the gaming world, specifically about the Unity game engine. One of the most popular game engines out there. This drama caused a loss of $5.6 million to one of the biggest indie game developers out there, upset not just the game devs, but even the gamers, and caused a movement to completely switch from using Unity, which is what we'll talk about today. But first, what actually caused this drama? I'm not going into much detail as I don't want this video to be a summary of what happened, but simplified, on September 12, 2023, Unity announced a change to their income generation. Until now, Unity had the classic plans that give you some extra features, and also a free plan.
It's free real estate.
But starting January 1st, 2024, which will be very important later, they are going to charge developers for every single installation of a game made with Unity. Which, if you have an IQ above 0, you realize how stupid that is. I won't explain the exact numbers and criteria, but simply if your game has made a lot of money and installs, you will be charged for every install. This announcement upset the community massively. Unity is the engine that was used for nearly every popular indie game and was known for being easily accessible to everyone. And this drama was so big that it even woke up the king of indie game development from his eternal sleep, Danny. If you don't know who Danny is, then you are either 2 years old or live under a rock. He was a YouTuber that made game dev content, blew up, and then disappeared 2 years ago. And he made huge games like Crab Game and Muck, which totaled 28 million downloads. He posted a tweet, or post, or whatever they're called now, X, saying, "Ah shit, I guess I have Unity $5.6 million. Anyone got some spare change?"
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Now he even said in a reply that this is mostly a joke, as number one, the changes will take effect in January 2024, meaning he will have to get these downloads after January, and number two, his games don't generate revenue, meaning he wouldn't be charged for the millions of installs, as one of the thresholds for being charged is $1 million in revenue. But now the meaty sauce of the video. The movement to switch from Unity. Indie game devs didn't like this idea very much. Actually, they hated it. They hated it to a point where they literally switched to different engines like Godot. But I think that is a terrible idea. Why? Well, multiple reasons. Let's start with, Unity will most likely not implement this change. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the change will take place in January, which is 4.5 months away. And seeing how big of a drama it became in literally less than a week, Unity will realize that it is a terrible idea, and they will either not implement the change or take it back within months, if not weeks of January. And second reason, switching to Godot, or heck, any engine, is hard. It seems easy based on the little speedrun switching to Godot being made this very second, but you do have to keep in mind it is literally a completely different engine, with different bugs, different workflow, and a different ideology. And before you port your game to Godot, or get experience with working at Godot, Unity will take back this stupid change. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't state your dislike of this change, I actually encourage it. I encourage everyone out there to tell people who are using Unity and do not know about this yet, and reply to Unity on Twitter stating your opinion. We need to let Unity know how stupid of an idea that is. But please, for the love of God, do not send death threats or dox anyone working at Unity or on anyone on the Unity sides. Now, for those that use Unity, I encourage you to do the same as well, but also, if it is within your possibilities, don't use Unity for some time and cancel your Unity plans. I know it seems like something you cannot do, mostly if you're working on a big project, but hey, this is the perfect time to take a break.
WTF.
And for those that can't stop working on your project or don't want to, well, this is the perfect time to try out different engines, like Godot, Unreal, or my personal favorite, my own game engine. A tryout is a very important word. I'm not saying that you should base your entire personality on Unity bad, me switch. But it is always good to get experience with other engines, and you may actually realize that you like a different engine more. But based on my opinion, I don't think you should switch fully and never ever touch Unity again. Mostly because you already have experience with Unity. If you switch to Godot completely and try to find a job, you won't succeed, because you don't have enough time spent working with Godot, and to the employers, you will essentially be a noob that has never touched game dev. Anyways, to recap all of this, I encourage all of you to state your opinion publicly and tell Unity how bad of a change this is. And to those using Unity, cancel your plans and take a break from Unity, or try out new engines like Unreal, Godot, or Copper Engine, my own game engine I'm working on, and also about to post a video on this very channel. So if you don't want to miss out on this beautiful game engine, smash that subscribe button. Bye!